I really want to congratulate you on one, that you took the step to get into shape. But what I really like is that you just take it to a whole complete another level. Like, you just want to go, okay, yeah, now I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to get in shape. No, you actually said, okay, no, I'm going to go get in shape. Then I'm going to decide I'm going to fight, which hardly anybody likes to do, with the possibility of getting beat up. And then not just that, but you decide, okay, and I'm also going to share my whole story and try to inspire other people out of shape to get their ass out of the couch. That's just amazing. So I was just wondering, now that you're doing this, and to give the fathers out there a little bit better idea even of what are those benefits that have affected you and the people around you now that you decide, okay, this is the journey that I'm going to take.
It doesn't happen overnight, right? I mean, the whole change that you go through, it's kind of the way that you need to think about it is, it's a graph. And imagine your weight's up here, and then as the weight, so your weight will stay there for a little while, but then it'll dip, and then it'll plateau again, and then it'll dip, and then it'll plateau again, and it's a work in progress, right? And I suppose it's like that with most things. So your fitness levels are down here, and that's when you have to put the most work in, because you'll plateau, but then you'll realize, oh, I'm in the gym now, and I'm actually able to bench 100 kilos, whereas last time I maxed out with 80 or even 90, and when you're benching and you feel that little bit stronger, or when you're topless and you're walking past and you see that little bit of definition that you didn't have before, and it's a selfish thing, right? But then to be able to see the difference, I mean, having people comment and saying, oh, you're losing a little bit of weight, you look good for it, and you say thank you, but when you look in the mirror, you still see that guy that you were at 95 kilos, or I still see the 95 kilogram me, still see all your wobbly bits, and everybody sees the worst parts of themselves, right? But then, like, when you catch just maybe a glimpse of your toning up, and you're like, shit, yeah, that's why I'm doing it. And that's only one reason. Like, obviously you've got, I remember Lee, my personal trainer, said, like, as soon as you start eating right, your equilibrium will begin to level out, because you've just been plowing your body full of shit for the past couple of years or whatever, X amount of time. What you'll notice is the cloud, the fogginess, the grogginess, the lack of motivation, all will begin to start clearing. You'll find yourself having that little bit more energy. When you're coming in, you won't want to fall asleep. You'll want to do something else. And the complete flip that you have, and it is a complete flip that you have maybe 2 or 3 weeks in, after your body's cleared out all that crap that you've had, and you've had 2 good solid weeks of eating clean, or eating whatever it is that you eat to lose your weight, then you do begin to start make better decisions. You can make them faster. You before, when I used to wake up, I'd used to snooze my alarm until it was to the point where I'm brinking on lateness, and now I kind of have to get out of bed. But now, like, when I set my alarm, I know that I've got to be up, so I get up and I'm up, and I can have a coffee, I can have a shower, I can have a little workout downstairs before the kids get up, and I can do all of these things before my fatherly duties then kick in. So, I mean, I'm documenting that to show that it can be done, even if you work full time and have another job and a training and are doing these other things and managing your family and all of these things. Like Gary, I don't know whether you follow, do you know of Gary V?
No.
Gary, so there's a guy called Gary Vaynerchuk, and he's big on, if you sleep 8 hours a day, that gives you 16 hours of awake time a day. Well, what do you do with those 16 hours? You work 8 of them. Okay, so that leaves you with 8 hours. What do you do with those 8 hours? Okay, two hours with your family, an hour walking the dog, and an hour wake up routine. That's 4 hours, right? Well, you've got 4 hours. What do you do with those 4 hours? I want to watch TV and maybe watch a bit of Netflix and check Facebook, and we'll choose one of them hours and do something with it, or choose all 4 of them hours and work on something, or you've always got if you want an excuse, you'll find an excuse, right? If that feeling to want to do it isn't there, then you won't, and you'll find an excuse. And time generally is that excuse. But when you break it down, if you was to do 2 half-an-hour high intensity workouts, one in the morning, one in the evening, you'd soon start seeing a difference. Or if you was to prep your food on a Sunday for the next 3 days, you'd notice that you're saving a shitload of money because you're not buying crap when you're out, you're not snacking, you're not buying fizzy pop, you're not just being wasteful, and that's another benefit. Like if you live like a monk, literally eat, sleep, train, repeat, so the saying goes, then you can save a fortune, man. I mean, I stopped smoking and stopped eating shit, and bank account's looking good at the minute. Like it's, well, to some degree. I've just lost my job and everything, and wifey has just gone back to work off maternity leave. So it's kind of, when I say bank account's looking good, it could be in a much worse position than what it is. But stopping smoking and doing all of them things has helped us be more prepared, you know. It's, yeah, I went off on a complete tangent there, sorry.
That's quite all right. There are still great benefits in there. And I really like the way that you talk about time. We'll get into that in a little bit, because that's also one of the questions that I think one of the biggest obstacles that most people have